on, you guys? It's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing you the most in-depth action figure reviews here on YouTube. And today we're taking a look at WWE Mattel, the Monday Night Wars Elite Walmart exclusive full set wave. We have the bad guy Scott Hall from his WCW debut. We have Hollywood Hogan just before he turned into the full-on badass heel that we all know and love. We have the Undertaker and Stone Cold Steve Austin. These will be hitting retail sometime around WrestleMania time. I went ahead and purchased this on the secondary market. No, I did not get these for free. I did not find them in stores. I know I just posted a full review of this Hollywood Hogan, and I got a lot of questions onto that. So if you guys are watching this video, just want to make it clear, they're not at retail yet, so they should be coming soon. I was able to snag a set early, did pay a bit of a premium price, but you know, I really wanted to bring this review to you guys, firsthand here. I'm very excited for this wave, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are as well. The Monday Night Wars was so much in my wheelhouse, just a big fan of WCW and WWF at the time. Some of the best times in wrestling. So I appreciate you guys checking out this video, but we're going to take a look at all these boxes in hand. Unfortunately, we did have a little bit of an issue with Hogan coming with a little bit of a damaged box, but we did a full-on in-depth review of that figure, so if you guys haven't watched it on the channel, go ahead and check it out. So we're really going to focus on Scott Hall, The Undertaker, and Stone Cold Steve Austin today. Here is the Texas Rattlesnake in the packaging. I absolutely love the Monday Night War box art. You can see the nice kind of like Nitro-esque kind of like metal here. And then you got I'm picturing like Stone Cold Steve Austin walking through that, warehouse with the flames and the explosions from the intro of Monday Night Raw. Really love it. If you guys do have the defining moment Stone Cold, a very hard figure to come by. This is kind of loosely what it's based off of. Obviously, this is going to be more plussed up. The camo is a little different. The hat is a little different as far as the coloring, but it is similar if you do have that figure. I believe that shirt is that new stretchy shirt that we do have with the Ultimate Edition Stone Cold, but we are also getting the interchangeable hands, and for the first time in the Mattel line, they're calling a soda can, but we're getting a beer can, so that is awesome. I would love to see maybe Threadhead or someone kind of give us some decals to kind of put around here to make it look like a Steve Weiser. But not to forget, the set also does have a Build-A-Figure. The Build-A-Figure, as you can see on the front of the box, is the puffy shirt Lex Luger from his Nitro debut. It looks like Stone Cold comes with the torso here. Love the artwork. Again, the Monday Night Wars logo just tattooed here on the front. Looks great. Got the image of Lex Luger. And the good thing about all this new stuff coming at Walmart from the Monday Night Wars line, they're going to include dates. So on 9/4/1995 is when Luger debuted, and they actually do have all the dates where these attires are based off of on either a Raw or Nitro or a pay-per-view. Well, I guess it's more of a Raw Nitro. I don't think it's any of these are actually going to be based off of pay-per-views, but that'll be interesting to see. Flipping to the side of the box, you'll see the nice big nameplate, the Monday Night Wars logo here, certified authentic as well. You can see the little window box here on the top. Flipping to the other side, you get the image of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Here's what I was talking about. It'll actually say, okay, so it tells us Raw, March 22nd, 1999 is when Stone Cold wore this. You can see the read-up on the back from Victoria, Texas, 6 feet, 2 inches tall, weighing at 252 pounds. The Stone Cold Stunner is his finisher. You can see a little read-up here, the other figures in the wave, which we are all going to review. You can see for your Lex Luger, he does come with the, looks like the torso, and I wonder if it's the puffy shirt is actually included in that. I would assume it is since it's highlighted. But you'll see here, it says, Lex Luger appeared at the first Nitro, shocking the world. So great time in wrestling. Let's run through the other figures in the set. Quick look at the Undertaker in the packaging. Again, very similar to what we just looked at with Stone Cold, the same kind of layout. You get the awesome image of Taker. Personally, when I first saw this figure, I was really excited. It really brought back some kind of like Jack's days, kind of Undertaker figures. What I really remember this kind of design over with the hair kind of sculpted over to the side. But you can see a lot of people had some issues with the face and the goatee. So I'm going to reserve my opinion for when I get him out of the box, but taking a look here, you can see he does have the nice attire, and we've gotten quite a few Undertakers in similar gear, not quite exactly. I believe there's that Ministry of Darkness one that had something similar with the coat or the cloak. We did also get an Ultimate Edition, very similar attire, and then we got the most recent Legends figure, so we will do a ton of a comparison. It's going to be a nice, long, fun video, but for the first time, it looks like they're using the Hulk Hogan sculpted gloves here. You can see that they do have that kind of like hangover on the wrists, so that'll be interesting to see. I will say Taker does look a little skinny in the packaging, but same with Stone Cold. You get the image of Taker here, the Build-A-Figure Lex Luger. Monday Night Wars logo. On the side, you will see the nameplate. Flipping over to the other side, the image of Undertaker based on Raw, September 28th, 1998. On the back, you'll have the read-up from Death Valley at 6 feet 10 inches tall, weighing at 309 pounds, and his finisher is the Tombstone. Get the read-up, and he looks like he comes with the Lex Luger head. Let's move on to the last figure in the packaging, which is Scott Hall. Here is the bad guy, Scott Hall, from his Nitro kind of debut. When the NWO was first invading, I really love that Mattel is going the route of more street gear figures. I think they're fun. They really haven't quite tapped into that too much. I feel like we get a lot of different ring gear. It's nice to get the street gear because I feel like they do have a purpose and a meaning to, like, you know, different events in wrestling. And the Scott Hall in the denim for sure is one of them. You can see the image of Scott Hall here. He does come with 2 heads, interchangeable hands. Looks like he comes with the Lex Luger arms, and I'm not seeing under here. It's kind of hard to see with this packaging what the other piece is. Maybe it's a t-shirt for Luger. The denim on Scott Hall, I want to, again, save my opinion for me on the packaging. It doesn't look how I would have pictured, at least the vest. Remember, they did swap the lower legs out to give us that kind of bulldog tucked-in boot mold with the jeans. So that'll be interesting once we get them out of the packaging. Flipping over to the side, you will see the Scott Hall nameplate. On the other side, you will see the image of Scott Hall from that iconic moment on Nitro, May 27th, 1996. Wow, that feels like yesterday to me. I guess I'm dating myself here. On the back, you'll have the read-up from Miami, Florida, at 6 feet 7 inches tall, 287 pounds, and his finisher is the Outsider's Edge. Get the read-up. So it looks like it is the shirt I'm seeing under there. There's a little bit of a white strand, so obviously what else would it be, right? He also does come with interchangeable hands. And if you guys, while we're at it, like I said, I already did do a full review of Hulk, but if you guys didn't check that out, we'll go over it really quick here. Same images. Hollywood Hogan nameplate. The crush side, which really devastates me, but I'm going to open it anyway. Just a little annoying. Paid a premium price. This is from Nitro, July 17th, or 15th, excuse me, 1996. On the back, get the image of Hulk, the read-up from Venice Beach, California, at 6 feet 7 inches tall, weighing at 302 pounds, with a finisher being the leg drop. Let's come back. We're going to open all these figures and look at them and see what they're all about. So up first, we are taking a look at the Undertaker out of the packaging, accessory-wise. So you do get a set of fisted gloved hands here. You can see these gloves are from your Ultimate Edition Hollywood Hogan. If you do have the figure, there is a little bit of an overhang to go over the wrist, as you can see on the figure here. So that is a nice touch, something new for the Undertaker. For your Lex Luger Build-A-Figure part, you do get this head. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you guys. I think this is a new scan. We'll compare it with the Legends. I don't think it's the same as the Narcissist scan, so I'm going to go out there and say it is new. So that actually does have a good likeness to Lex Luger, but taking a closer look at the Undertaker, I know a lot of people were unsure once we saw the actual, like, proto images of this head scan. I kind of like it. I think the beard, just something about the goatee looks maybe a tad too bushy, or just, I don't know, not tapered enough. Let's get the hair out of the way. You can get a full look at that beard. I don't hate it. It's an okay likeness. I definitely think the head is actually a nice scan or sculpt of Taker. I think it's the way that this beard was printed on. It doesn't look awful. You can see from the side, it actually looks pretty good. Same on the other side. I mean, I don't dislike it that much, but I agree with you guys. Something about it looks just a little off. But you can see his attire underneath the hair here. Nice sculpted detail on the shoulders. Same on his chest area. You get your Undertaker full sleeves that we are known for getting with all your Undertakers. Again, we're using this different glove mold for the first time for Taker. It does come with the 2 larger elbow pads. But going on, you can see for the most part, his attire is just plain black. He does have a little sculpted design on his pants here. He does actually have those kind of kicker-style boots, and he does have the toe articulation, which is the same as the Ultimate. So I really do appreciate that they kind of plussed it up and added that there. If you guys want a quick detailed look at the tattoos, look really nice. Kind of a back look at the Undertaker. See the sculpted hair here. More of that sculpted design underneath. Oh, pretty simple Taker, but exactly what you'd expect for your 1998 run. I did want to make sure to get one more really up-close look at this Undertaker head. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you think? Does this have a good likeness to the Undertaker, or do you think this was a miss? Starting off our Undertaker comparison, so on the left, we have the Ultimate Edition Kane, and on the very right, we have the most recent Elite 106 Paul Bearer. For our next set of comparisons, here's a few different Undertakers with kind of similar gear. So on the left, we have the Legends 19 figure. You'll see how much wider that torso is, and I actually do like the look of that. As far as the size, he looks a little skinny with this Monday Night Wars Elite, I will be honest with you guys. And on there, we have the Ultimate Edition Undertaker, which is actually just released in Ultimate Edition Series 20. You can see how much wider the actual torso is versus, again, the Monday Night Wars figure. I know a lot of people were curious. I believe the skin tones are a little different on these two, but if you guys want to do some head swaps, we're going to do that in the next segment. Running through a few swaps, so here is the Legends 19 head swapped on with the Monday Night Wars Elite head. Next up, I'm sure a lot of people wanted to see this head swap, so we have the Ultimate Edition Undertaker head swapped with the Monday Night Wars Elite. I will say, I actually really do like the look of it. It sits on there pretty nicely. The skin tone may be a tad different, but it is not really noticeable. Also, I did want to swap out the head with the Ultimate Edition and have the entrance code on there. Unfortunately, I couldn't get it to work. The back of this kind of collar piece hinders it because if you guys are aware, this Ultimate head kind of has a part in the hair where it kind of sits over the coat. With the way this hair is sculpted in the back, it was kind of a pain in the ass to do, but I did want to compare the two heads for the Undertaker from this era. I think these actually both look good. This head really is growing on me the more and more I've been going through this review here. The next figure we're taking a look at is Stone Cold Steve Austin, and his accessories do include a set of fisted hands. You also do get two of the more open hands for him to hold his so-called soda can, if you guys can see that in quotes, which we'll take a look at in a sec. But let's look at the Lex Luger Build-A-Figure part. So you will get this ripped torso for your puffy shirt Lex Luger. Looks really nice, has a nice tan to it. Cannot wait to fully assemble him. So he does have this beer can, first time included in the Mattel line. Let's zoom in. It is just kind of a silver painted beer can. You will see the tab on the top. Would love to get some decals to kind of plus this up, make it look like a Budweiser or Steve Weiser, whatever you want from the Attitude Era days. But I am very happy that they did include this. You also do get this kind of camo jacket. If you guys did have the defining moments, I forgot what series was that, Series 4 or something like that. I actually had that in my collection. I never liked the jacket. I actually bought that figure years ago when it first came out from Ringside. I think I traded the jacket to someone. It was just so bulky and not heavy, but it just didn't fit him right. This is so much lighter. It's a different material too. I feel like that was a little bit lighter. This is definitely darker, but it is a nice softer material. It's not as bulky. You can see the hood is kind of okay. It's not too bad. It actually does stay down if you pull it down. If you guys for some reason want to pull it up, you can. But again, these hoods don't really sit the greatest over the heads. But the jacket easily removes off of the figure without any problems. And you will see the Austin 316 shirt on underneath. So this is the stretchy shirt that we have been getting with the Ultimate. Here's the plussed up version of it. You can look on the back. The Stone Cold logo actually has the blue skull with the flames coming out of the eyes. That is more accurate if you guys want to get a quick close-up. I really popped when I noticed that. That looks so good. I do love these kind of stretchy shirts. They are a lot easier to get on and off, especially Elite figures. Love the Austin 316 on here. A piece we've gotten before, but it definitely is, in my opinion, plussed up. He also does come with this camo hat. You will see it does have the Austin logo on there. We did actually get this also with the Defining Moments figure. I believe it was a different tone. I actually do have that hat in my collection, and we will run through a quick comparison of that. But for your Stone Cold itself, it is the same head we've seen over and over again. I believe this has been on the WrestleMania Elite. It came with the Ultimate Edition, so it is what it is. It's a good scan. Don't get me wrong, I do like it. I just kind of want something a little different. I mean, I don't know what else they can give us, right? That's kind of the tough part. We've gotten so many different, kind of looks for Austin, but a decent scan, just reuse. The torso on underneath is your basic Stone Cold torso. If you guys, I'm not going to take the shirt off. Just looks really good on here. You can see he does have the jeans mold. They are pinless legs. This is the same actual lower legs that you get for your Build-A-Figure Lex Luger, just with the black pants. But he does come with the blue jeans here, and it just looks so good for an iconic Austin. If there's anything missing, and that's nitpicking, is the gold chain that you could have thrown on. But I have plenty of extras. I think I probably will slap on the Stone Cold. For some Stone Cold Steve Austin comparison, so on the left, we have the Ultimate Edition figure. I did actually swap this vest out from the Ringside Collectibles exclusive. The actual beer cans in his hands are from Hangman Adam Page. If you guys want to see a quick comparison of how much smaller this beer can from Mattel is versus those kind of larger beer cans. Next that we have the Hall of Fame figure. You can see the jorts here. I did add the actual hat from one of the Ultimate Edition figures, I believe. This shirt is also from the Ultimate. If you guys wanted to get a quick comparison, the logo on the front looks to be the same, but if you look at the back, that is the big difference. Look at the logos. To me, this is the iconic blue smoking skull Austin 316 shirt, which they don't even sell on WWE Shop. They got the bootleg version that is on this figure here on the right. And on the very end, we do have the most recent 4-pack Stone Cold Steve Austin. I did plus him up to make him look like an actual Attitude Era Stone Cold versus the modern day version from WrestleMania. So I was able to find my defining moment Stone Cold Steve Austin hat, and you can see the difference in the finish. Definitely more of a green look versus the tan on the new one, and even the logos on the front just look a little more noticeable than the original version here. With this being a Monday Night Wars Elite, how could we not bring in Stone Cold Steve Austin and his biggest rival of all time, Mr. Vince McMahon here. I did use a Baron Corbin basic body and a head swap here to kind of give us that Attitude Era Vince. Would love to see Vince in the Ultimate Edition line made in the Monday Night Wars, or definitely as an Elite. I feel like something like this is definitely needed. I didn't want to completely glance over this Hollywood Hogan, but I did do a full in-depth 20-minute review on this figure alone. So if you guys want the full in-depth version, go watch that video. But the cliff notes here, again, this is the kind of in-between phase before he became Hollywood. He was Hulk Hogan. He had just turned heel, was really finding his character. Just kind of had the black attire when he debuted on Nitro before the airbrush design and all the lightning bolts. But the cliff notes here, he does have the hot dog orange tan. He comes with the black bandana, the sunglasses, the chain. You get the Hulkster weight belt here, the plain black shirt, and the rest of the attire is black. He does come with another set of interchangeable hands. For your Lex Luger Build-A-Figure part, just like the Stone Cold legs, you get this jeans mold here. It is exactly the same as we just looked at, but that is a quick run through Hollywood Hogan. The last figure we're taking a look at from this set is the bad guy Scott Hall. So accessory-wise, you do get 2 sets of interchangeable fisted hands as well as the mic open holding hands on the figure. For your Lex Luger Build-A-Figure parts, you do get these 2 bigger jacked arms that will plug into the torso. You guys want to see that, has the nice tan to it. Also for Luger, you do get these 2 open hands, where I guess if you wanted to pose him with his hands around his waist when he makes that debut. So that is probably the pose I'm going to be going with. For Hall, you also do get 2 heads here. So you will have the same head that you got with the Ultimate Edition Razor Ramon with the hair down. Then you have the ponytail head here. You guys can see that. This is the same head that you got with the Elite 51 Scott Hall. I don't know about this facial hair. I feel like it is a little light on my figures. I feel like maybe I wish it was a tad darker. But something about this head looks off to me. I don't know if it's the eyes, the way they're painted. It looks like he's got eyeshadow or eye makeup on. I don't know. Not really digging the skin too much, but without a doubt, I'm probably going to be displaying with this head. I absolutely love it. He also does come with this plain black microphone. It would have been nice to have a WCW logo somewhere on there, but maybe he didn't use it, and maybe that's where we're going for accuracy, to kind of have just a black microphone when he debuted. But here we go. So you do also get this denim vest. And I'll be honest, like you guys, I am a little disappointed. It doesn't look super rubbery or plastic, but definitely does not have this nice denim wash that these pants have. I wish they would have matched perfectly, because that would have put this figure over the top. You can see he does have the chest hair on underneath. We'll obviously remove the vest and take a quick look at that. But the actual lower legs, these were originally supposed to be your traditional kind of jeans mold that we've gotten, where the boots were kind of like covered by it. A lot of people said, hey, we just developed new tooling for that Bulldog figure, so why not use it? Mattel listened, and sure enough, they went back to the table, and they used the same legs as your Build-A-Figure British Bulldog. I do love the wash to these. I will say these aren't quite accurate. I don't really like how puffy they are around here. I know that's nitpicking, but if you really want to be accurate, I believe a lot of the guys would wear their boots tucked into their jeans tucked into their boots, but it didn't leave this kind of like big, like gap, I guess I want to say, or kind of puffiness to it. Generally, it would be kind of like straight. If you ever looked at maybe something like a Jomo's, tights, where they are just kind of straight in those short boots, that's kind of the look I'd want. Imagine that with some like kind of acid wash or jeans wash to it to kind of plus it up. But it is what it is. I'd rather have this than the regular ones like the Stone Cold jean mold. He does have the belt buckle painted silver here. And again, it looks really nice. If you guys want to swap the head, it comes off really easy. We'll put that ponytail head on here. I don't know, just something about this head does not look right to me. It just looks a little off. From the sides, it's okay, but something around his eyes, I don't know if it's maybe just mine, the way it was printed, but there's the black around his eyes are just a little weird to me. Also, if you were curious to see what this figure looked like with the vest off, he does have your traditional Elite Scott Hall torso. I don't know if this is a smaller torso or what, but I think it's the same. I don't know. We'll do a quick look at comparisons. I don't know if it's a smaller torso they're using, but I want to say off the top of my head, it's probably the same. Here's a quick look at this entrance vest or denim vest off of the figure. It's sculpted really nicely. Like I said, I just wish they would have matched. I don't know how I missed this, but I did. The other accessory included with Scott Hall is the puffy shirt for your Build-A-Figure Lex Luger. You can see the nice design to it here. This is the Velcro side in the back, with this being the front. For your Scott Hall comparison, so enough, we have a custom Ultimate Edition I put together using a Legend Scott Hall with an Ultimate Edition Razor Ramon. You will see that the actual 5 o'clock shadow or the beard is a lot darker, and I kind of prefer that versus the one that comes with the Monday Night Wars Elite. And on the right, we have the Elite 51 Scott Hall. I will say the torsos are the same. I did look them up, so they are not different torsos. But here's one thing I'm sure you guys already noticed. The Monday Night Wars Elite Scott Hall is significantly shorter, and by a lot. I mean, Scott Hall was not a small guy. He was 6'7", should be the same height as Hulk Hogan. I remember when Mattel announced that they were going to be using these Bulldog legs. I was like, isn't the Bulldog like 6'3"? Is that going to work? I figured, maybe the torso is bigger. It'll add the height, but that is really disappointing. He looks like such a midget next to the other figures. And I know the Ultimates are taller, but this Elite, man, he just towers over him, and that just, I don't know, man. It leaves a really bad taste in my mouth here. Some additional comparisons, we have an Elite Kevin Nash here. I did actually swap this torso out, but these are pretty much from that Target 4-pack, which was like the Nitro Notables, is what they were called. And you will see even this Scott Hall is taller than the Monday Night Wars Elite, man. And like I said, that is just very, very disappointing. Also, here's Scott Hall next to the Hulk Hogan from this set, and you can see how they stack up next to each other. I hate to say this every comparison, but he should be a lot taller. It is now time to complete our Build-A-Figure Lex Luger. You can see all the parts assembled before and after. Look at this Lex Luger. He looks so phenomenal. You can see the nice puffy shirt here. Really looks awesome to that iconic appearance. Kind of when the first shots were fired, right? Lex Luger didn't give WWF the notice that he was leaving. He just showed up on Nitro, walking down the entranceway with his hands around his waist, looking at Hulk Hogan in the ring. And he did have this ridiculous puffy shirt. Look at it, man. Look at this design. It is kind of nice and soft. It does have a little bit of thickness to it where you won't see the skin tone too much underneath coming through, just slightly, but really do like the sculpt and the stitching to it. For your Luger head, this is spot on, man. I absolutely love it. I can definitely see this going on either maybe some new like Lex Luger WWF Days heads as him as the Lex Express, or, you know, maybe even kind of main event Lex Luger. I really do like it. I feel like they capture the likeness so well. You can see the pants are just the plain black jeans. It is pinless on the back here as well. I really love how these Build-A-Figures are coming together, and I'm so happy they're not just, you know, suited Build-A-Figures that we have been getting from Mattel. They really have changed the game with these figures here. Here we have a few different Lex Lugers for your comparisons with this Build-A-Figure. I'm going to go on a limb and say this is a new head. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm never right 100% of the time. So I'm going to say it is. You can see the head on the Legends figure is different. It's got more of a smile to it. Same with the ponytail head here. This is definitely a different sculpt as far as the face. It has a different expression. And if you guys were thinking the same thing I'm thinking, right? This Build-A-Figure Lex Luger can really, you know, be a Build-A-Figure if you don't like the puffy shirt, or maybe you can go with the NWO Wolfpack t-shirt on there to have him wrestling in the jeans. Definitely some fun fix-up ideas with this Build-A-Figure Luger. So I did swap the head on the Legends figure. To me, this looks like the perfect main event Lex Luger in the white boots with the black trunks. This is exactly what I remember. I was a huge Lex Luger fan in his WCW days. So to have this in figure form with this head, I think looks spot on. If you wanted to go with a ponytail head with the Wolfpack shirt on, if you guys wanted to remove this shirt and see what he looked like underneath, maybe I think he had the wrist tape on there. That's some one thing you could do to kind of add and plus it up. But these look really good. Definitely some interchangeability. I would love to grab another figure just to have this head on my Elite. If you guys have enjoyed this video review, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think of the set and each of these figures, and if you will be adding them to your collection. My personal opinion, I think this is such a fun set, such an awesome way to really celebrate the Monday Night Wars. I'm very excited to start finding these in stores and for you guys to get them in hand. Like I said, they are a little fun. They are not perfect. Some of them kind of are repaints, let's be honest. They really are, with some added additions, but all that being said, they are just really fun. I highly recommend them. Again, they are available at Walmart. That is going to be the exclusive home for the Monday Night Wars line. So these are the Elites, which will always include 2 WCW guys and 2 WWF guys, as well as a Build-A-Figure. Don't forget, there are some Monday Night War Ultimate Edition figures coming out as well. All those will be exclusive to Walmart. But I wanted to rank these figures in order from my least favorite to my favorite, since we do have 5 figures here. At number 5, being my least favorite figure from this wave, I'm going to go with Scott Hall. I feel like this figure was just, I'll be honest, it was very disappointing. This had so much potential to be such a great figure. The beard itself, I don't like how it's not as dark. I don't really care so much for the denim jacket. I really wish it could have matched his denim attire underneath for his jeans. And honestly, the biggest problem, he's just so short. Look at him next to all these guys. He should be towering over Lex Luger, around the same height as Hulk Hogan. He's even shorter than Stone Cold Steve Austin, who should be the shortest out of the bunch. So that is definitely disappointing. So he'll be at number 5. At number 4, I'm going to go with the Undertaker. I do like it. I think I do actually like this head sculpt. It's not my favorite Taker sculpt of all time, to be honest. But I think he just looks a little too thin. I don't know if something with that torso could have been beefed up a little. I think that would have really plussed it up. At number 3, I'm going to go Stone Cold Steve Austin. And yeah, we've seen this kind of mishmash together quite a few times. But for the first time, he's coming back with a camo jacket. You're getting the beer can, which is such a fun plus. It's hard to put him at number 3 because it is a solid set. But I'm going to go for those reasons. I'm going to put him there. At number 2, I'm going to go with the Build-A-Figure Lex Luger. Really do love it. I love all the, kind of avenues you can go with. If you want a WCW Luger in the jeans, if you want to have him as, the iconic debut figure, it's here. The head sculpt is great. All the pieces are really good, as well as that shirt. And number 1, I mean, I'm a little biased, but I'm going to go Hollywood Hogan. Like I said, this is just such a unique time in the transition from Hulk to Hollywood. It's nice that we get him in figure attire. It's just so clean with the black. I know some people were complaining about the tan, saying he's too orange, but I mean, it was either this or the pale skin tone. I don't know if the roasted tan wasn't ready. I would have personally preferred that for Hollywood, but I'd rather have the orange tan versus no tan at all for this figure. It just looks so sleek in the all black. Really do dig it. Like I said, I highly recommend this set. Thank you so much for all your support and watching this video review. I know it was a long one. I'll catch you all on the next one.